Hey guys, this is SJ Football 16 and today I'll be revealing my predictions for Week 2 for Barclays Premier League. I'm going to start with a first Friday kickoff of the season between Manchester United and Southampton. Both Southampton recently got a draw in their first match against Watford. It's not a great result, but it's not a bad result either. And Manchester United beat Bournemouth in their opening game and they're currently top of the league. I think Man United are going to win this one again, and I think it's going to be 1-0 to Man United. This is because Man United have played brilliantly this season. I think very few teams are going to beat them this season, apart from maybe some of the teams in the top half of the table. And Southampton, I'm not sure if they're not going to be a top half team this season, and I can't see them winning a lot of games this season either. Now I'm going to head over to the midday kickoff on Saturday between Stoke City and Manchester City. I think the score in this is going to be 1-1 because although Man City won their opening game against Sunderland, this has been proven that Stoke City are really good against teams in the top half of the table, especially teams in the top four. In fact, they've never really lost at home to any team in the top four. They didn't do that last season anyway, and I think they could carry on that unbeaten run this season. I think they could do it, yeah, definitely. Now I'm going to head over to the first three o'clock kickoff this weekend between Burnley and Liverpool. As we know, this fixture was changed, and now Burnley are at home instead of Liverpool due to something going on. I'm not sure what it was exactly. But anyway, I think the score in this is going to be 2-0 to Liverpool. Burnley didn't play well in their opening game. Well, they played quite well. They created a few chances, but they didn't get the result they wanted against Swansea. They ended up losing 1-0. Liverpool ended up beating Arsenal 4-3 though, which is a really good result for them. And I think they could carry on with another win, which will hopefully send them to remain in the top four or even to go top of the league. Now I'm going to head over to the game between Swansea City and Hull City. Both teams pretty much got the same result. They both got 3 points in the last game. I think this could be quite tight, this game, in all fairness. I think it could be... I reckon it's going to be 1-1 draw, actually. Hull, although they haven't got an experienced manager, I reckon they could still pick up points. They're doing better than most people said they would. They ended up beating the champions last week, Leicester City. And Swansea, they beat a recently promoted side last time out, but Hull are playing better than Burnley at the moment, so I'm going to say it's going to be a draw. Now I'm going to head over to the game between Tottenham Hotspur and Crystal Palace. You may be surprised by me saying this, but I actually think Crystal Palace are going to end up winning this game 4-2. Actually, I think it's going to be because Tottenham play well most seasons. They play well, not exactly making the top four, but still play well. But there's some teams that they have difficulty with beating. Alan Pardew has a proven track record of always doing well when they come away to Tottenham Hotspur. Even with Newcastle as well, he's been doing quite well. So I'm going to say it's going to be 4-2 to Crystal Palace. And also Tottenham, they haven't had the best start so far. They ended up drawing with Everton rather than beating them, which isn't the best they could have done. And I can't see them beating Crystal Palace. You may think this is a surprise from my point of view, but these things do happen in the Premier League. Shocks do happen in the Premier League, and I believe this could be one of them. Now I'm going to head over to the game between Watford and Chelsea. I think the score in this is going to be 4-0 to Chelsea. This is because Chelsea are doing really well this season. They got a win against West Ham. Watford, they got a new manager, and I just feel he's not going to do as well. He may not do as well against the big teams this season as Quique Flores maybe did. And Chelsea have a really good manager. They brought in a few great players, so that could make the difference for them this season. They can get a few goals in this game today, and that's why I think it's going to be 4-0. Now I'm going to head over to the game between Leicester City and Arsenal, the late kickoff on Saturday. I think the score in this is going to be 1-0 to Arsenal, and I think this is because I think Arsenal and Leicester haven't really played well so far. Leicester lost to newly promoted Hull City and also relegation favourites, but Arsenal haven't played well either. They lost to Liverpool, a much better team than Hull City, but still, they cannot be losing points like that. So it's going to be tight, but Arsenal are just going to edge it for me in the end. They have a better squad. They know what Leicester are capable of now. They did the double over Leicester last season, so I can't see why they can't do it, beat them again. Now I'm going to head over to the Sunday kickoff between Sunderland and Middlesbrough, the early Sunday kickoff. I think the score in this is actually going to be 2-1 to Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough have brought in some good players this season. I was thinking before they brought in their new signings, they could end up being the most likely team to be relegated out of the newly promoted sides. But Alvaro Negredo has made an impact so far for Middlesbrough, and a few of their other talented players could play well as well. And Sunderland, they lost to Man City in their opener. Middlesbrough drew with Stoke. So Sunderland, I don't think they're going to do well again. They did play quite well against Sunderland, but I don't think it's going to turn out to be for them. Although Moyes is quite a good manager, I just don't think it's going to turn out for him. Aitor Karanka is a really good manager. He's brought some good players. If he can bring another player in before Saturday, that could definitely make them win. And finally, I'm going to head over to the game between West Ham United and AFC Bournemouth. I think the score in this is going to be 0-0 actually. West Ham, we saw at the start of the last season, they didn't do well against the smaller teams at home. And Bournemouth are indeed one of them. They lost 4-3 to them last season when they played them. And somehow I think it's going to be a similar situation for them this season at the start of the season. They were unlucky to lose to Chelsea, and James Collins got a goal last time out, but it is one of those things for West Ham where they don't play particularly well at the start of the season. Bournemouth, Eddie Howe is a good manager. He's a great manager. The only reason they didn't get the result they wanted is possibly because they played one of the best teams in the league, Manchester United. So I think the score in this is going to be stalemate completely. That's all from me for today, guys. Don't forget to like this video if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to this channel. Don't forget to comment on any changes you think should be made. Don't expect a video next week as I'm on holiday in Corfu next week. So I won't be doing a video for week 3. So I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks.